What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over my top 5 best decks for Cardistry, and I think some of them might just surprise you. So, that being said, roll the intro. Okay, so I have switched back to the other angle just for this video. Let me know which angle you guys like best. Number 5 on our list here is going to be the Virtuoso Fall-Winter 2017 deck. The stock this deck is printed on is, I actually don't remember, but it's incredible. It's super soft. It's super malleable. I mean, it doesn't lose its spring over time. It's just a good quality deck. The design is great for Cardistry. That's one thing I like about it. There's no borders. Normally, okay, that was a fail, but normally I hate decks with borders and such. But this deck in particular, or decks without borders, excuse me, is definitely one of my faves. Here, let's do that again. There we go. Look at that. It's so good. This was designed obviously by the Verts, and I can't do Cardistry today because it's cold and my hands are cold. But you know what? Besides that, overall, great deck. Let's move on. Okay, coming in at number 4, it's gonna be the Generation 1 playing cards by two of my good friends, Luke Wadey and Kier Gomes. When I say this deck is amazing, it's an understatement. And yes, they're my friends, but they made an exceptionally good deck of playing cards. It looks good, it feels good, the colors pop. I mean, it's just a gorgeous deck. And besides all that, it's printed on USPCC thin stock, if I'm not mistaken. I think it might be crushed stock. I don't remember. It's crushed or thin. It's one of those. I might leave it in the comments later whenever I figure it out after editing, which is exactly what I'll probably do. But yeah, this deck, it's so good. Vibrant colors, thin cards, made by two awesome dudes. And it's just overall great. And look at the face cards, guys. Like, if you're into design, look at the face cards. So cool. I can't say enough good things about this deck. I think it's gorgeous. I think the people that made it are awesome. And yeah, as I shake the camera here. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, moving on to number 3. Next up is a company I don't particularly like a whole lot, but I do like this deck, and that is the Fontaine. I believe these are the V2 Carrots. Let me get rid of the ad cards here quickly. And this is one of my all-time favorite Fontaine decks, because it just feels that freaking good. I don't know what stock they used, what finish it is, but they're just gorgeous, and they feel gorgeous. That was not supposed to happen like that. As a matter of fact, oh no, there goes the camera. You didn't see that. Maybe you did. I don't know. But yeah, these cards, like, if you're going to buy one deck of Fontaines, I'd say buy these. I've had these for over a year, and I've used them consistently, and they are still rocking and rolling. And they're so good. Like, I can't express in words. I know I say that about all these decks, but it's true. I love them all. And it was really hard to put them in order. These are just great. Let's move on to the top 2, starting with number 2. Next up, the one and only Ventus Playing Cards V1 by Lotus in Hand. I believe these came out in 2018. Yeah, so this is like right when Cardistry was getting pretty big and more traction. This deck came out before I was even in the community, you guys. About a year before I ever even picked up a deck of cards and started messing around. But the stock they use, these are printed in Taiwan, and they're the most flexible, springy, silky smooth cards you'll probably ever own. It's a little bit of a thicker deck for the people that like thicker decks, and some people aren't a fan of some of their cards, but I think they look gorgeous in motion, and the design, it just gets me every time. It's so cool. Like, look at that fan. It's such a nice fan. It doesn't fan quite as well the other way, but cool faces too. Cool design on the back. It's just one of those decks that like you have to own to experience, because some people don't like it, and some people do. But as for me, it is my number 2 for good reason. This is one of those more pricey ones. I think this deck will run you around 40 bucks. If you can find them at all. It might even be more than that. But yeah, that is my number 4. Now, let's move on to my favorite deck of cardistry playing cards that I own. You guys, I hate to say it, but the best feeling deck of playing cards I own is actually a Cardamundi deck. And it's the Quantum playing cards. This was a Kickstarter project a couple months ago, and I think if you guys remember, I did review. You unboxed this deck, you idiot. But if you guys want to see a full review, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the vid. This deck, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I didn't, but I'm 90% sure I reviewed it. Maybe. I thought I did. If I haven't, I will. But I'm pretty sure I did. And watch, I'm going to go back, and I hadn't reviewed it. I'm just going to sound like an idiot on this video. But this is the best handling deck of playing cards I have ever used in my life. I don't know what finish it is. I don't know what stock it is. Again, I'll look it up, and if I find it, I will put it on here. This is kind of a spur-in-the-moment video that I just thought about, and I just really had to film something because I needed to. Yeah, if you're going to buy any of these decks, like, don't spend your money on the big decks. Don't spend your money on super expensive decks. Buy this deck of cards. It's silky. It's smooth. I mean, I've used these for hours, and they never clump. Not once have they clumped. And yet they still stay together for packets most of the time. They never, that was user error. But they're just all around a super cool deck of playing cards, especially if you're into physics or anything like that. The back is really trippy. And let's take a look at the quartz real quick. I think they're just standard quartz. Oh no, they're custom. Forgot. It's been a while. But yeah, this deck of playing cards, definitely a 10 out of 10 for me, and that is why it makes it my favorite deck of cardistry playing cards that I own. All right, everyone, that is going to do it for my top 5 favorite decks for cardistry. Let me know what your favorite deck is down in the comments below, and tell me what your top 5 is. Everyone has different opinions. Everyone likes certain things. I'd be really curious to know what yours is so I could try them out myself if I don't have them already. That being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you have any suggestions for me or the channel, please leave them in the comments, as I read all my comments, and most of the suggestions will probably be a video. Thank you all for watching again. I'm the Wooden Cardist, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, y'all.